And we are underway. Kickoff similar to the one Louisville typically likes to take. Many teams in football or soccer are starting to utilize that form of kickoff. Send it long, hoping to force a mistake from the opponent in their own half. Let's have a look at today's lineups. For the Cardinals, we have Baker starting in goal with Roush and Bard in the center of defense, along with Lee and Maddox on the flanks. Huckabee and Gibson in the engine room today, with Swinarsk and Eddie looking to provide some width on the pitch, and Pete and Sudam in the striker positions. A fairly routine lineup for the Cardinals, one that's brought them success in their recent games, winning 5-1 in their most recent match against IU Indy. And here's what we think for Belmont today. Genie starts in goal with Miller and Downs in the center back positions. Tabor and Churchill in the fullback roles, with Townsend, Vertil, and Natek in the center of the park, with Elliott, Whittington, and Ross looking to do some attacking today. The 4-3-3 lineup, which is typically a very common one in this sport. Very versatile, very fluid. They'll be looking to utilize those factors today. As they win the ball off of the Cardinals, Whittington passing the ball to Churchill, who sends it long as Grace Maddox finds it. Taking the ball down the pitch, looking wide to Eddie. He plays it into the box, not able to find anybody, just rolls on past the sea of bodies in the 18-yard box. Lee. Huckabee to Roush. Playing it to Bard. Louisville just enjoying possession for the moment, seeing what they can conjure up here. Eddie. And dealt with quite well by Natek, forcing it out for a goal kick off of Eddie. And they like to go long with the goal kick, but comes out of play for a Cardinals throw-in. And Karina Pete is looking to do something with it, but can't make anything of it. Quite the game she had in her last match. 2 goals and an assist. Quite the performance. And only a sophomore. Just showing how much potential she has, as well as many other players in this team. It's a fairly young team the Cardinals have this season, but plenty of promising talent. It goes out for a Bruins throw-in. Baker. Ella Bard. Maddox. Louisville just calmly passing the ball around, seeing how they can spread out the defense of Belmont. Not rushing anything at the moment. As it passed downfield to Eddie. He's cutting inside, seeing what she can do. Decides to go outside. Tries to play it into the box, but Natek is in the way. It will be a goal kick. Tried to send it long to pick out Eddie. Couldn't quite find her, but it's recovered by Huckabee in the middle of the park. Maddox passing into Lee. Lee once again coming forward and finds Sudam at the top of the box. Tries and nearly for the Cardinals. Karina Pete had a chance there. Didn't quite get the connection she would have liked. Cardinals seeing what they can do here from this throw-in. As it is headed out by Karina Pete. Jeannie looking to get us started again. Headed away by Huckabee into Sudam. Maddox finding A.G. Gibson, who's trying to link up with Sudam but didn't quite find her. But that doesn't matter as Karina Pete recovers the ball. Passes it to Maddox. Just scanning for options. Something this Louisville team knows how to do quite well. Doesn't force the ball often, but does occasionally, but it's not a defining factor of their play as it's played into the box by Lee. Maddox has it at the top of the box now, has a shot, and it's just wide. Louisville already doing some attacking. They were quite prolific in attacking in their most recent match, as I had said. They won 5-1 against IUND. Quite the performance they had. 2 goals from Karina P, 1 from Swinarsk, 1 from Bard, and 1 from Cox. All in the first half. They couldn't make anything happen in the second, but nevertheless, still a offensive masterclass in the first half, at least, as Sudam has the ball here, looking to provide another masterclass for us, but doesn't quite come off. Louisville maintain possession. Lee. As they lose the ball. And the Bruins are looking to move upfield, but it does end up out of bounds for a Cardinals throw-in. Swinarski. And the Bruins come out with the ball. Moving forward here. But they don't hold possession for long as the Cardinals win it back. Roush to Ella Bard. Big news regarding Ella Bard in recent weeks. She was just called up to the U.S. Women's National Team Under-20s roster for the U20 World Cup. Should be looking to impress there, just as she has with the Cardinals this season, and just as she did in some friendlies over the summer with the women's national team. Lee plays it into the box, but it's kicked out by the Bruins. Falls at the feet of Pete. And it's played in just a bit overcooked, ends up in the hands of Guinea. Eddie cutting inside, trying to find some free feet, in which she does in Brooklyn Lee, excuse me. Swinarski turning inside, having a shot, and what a goal that is from Swinarski! Hit from a different postal code. What a hit that was. She did quite well to turn with the ball, and then she had some space, and she certainly took it. The Cardinals with an early lead in this match. What a hit that was. And Cardinals looking to attack here again, but falls out wide to Natek. Finds Whittington, who sends it up to Elliott, who loses the ball. Ends up at the feet of Lee. Roush. Gibson. Maddox. Playing it forward for Karina Pete, just a bit too much on it. Can't quite find her. And is sent long. And the Cardinals recover possession. Just passing the ball around. They switch it out wide to Eddie, who takes a miscued touch, and it goes out for a Bruins throw-in. Tried to do a bit of a give and go, but didn't come off for them. In close quarters, such as though, you have to get the touch right. Maddox looking for options, finds Gibson. Flicks it in for Sudam, who tried to flick it over for Pete, but it ends up in the grateful hands of Guinea. The ball is out for a Cardinals throw-in. Bard. Eddie. Lays it off to Maddox, but she can't quite get to it. Lots of action so far for the Cardinals. Just about 15 minutes in, 4 shots on goal and 1 goal. Already leading 1-0 in this match. Sudam. Pete. Turning inside. Finds Gibson. Go out wide to Eddie, who's driving down the flank, seeing what she can put into the center of the box. And just behind the net. Nearly a second for the Cardinals. It's already looking very dangerous in this match. That was Swinarsk having a shot once again. It is a free kick for the Bruins. Nothing doing for them. Ends up in the hands of Baker. Swinarsk dancing out of the pressure. Ends up back with her. Let's see what kind of pass she can pick out. Nearly finds Eddie, but stays with the Cardinals. Eddie. Pete. Over to Sudam. The Cardinals pressing, trying to maintain possession here, in which they do. And you can see how much of a low block that the Bruins are playing in right now. Trying to eliminate any defensive issues that could occur more than what they've already committed. Eddie moving down the flank, putting the ball into the center of the box once again, and just a heavy touch for Sudam. Barely nearly an easy finish for her. Likely could have been another Cardinals goal had she just taken it on the first touch, but still early in the match. Maddox. Eddie. Bruins try to clear it out of pressure. Ends up back at the feet of the Cardinals. And Swinarsk playing the ball into the box, looking to find Pete, doesn't quite find her. And some fast interplay from the Cardinals here. Huckabee with the shot just over the bar. A change being made for the Belmont Bruins. Ever since that first game of the season for the Cardinals, they've been looking quite a bit more confident going forward. We saw it in the game against IUND, and we're seeing it right now. They lacked a lot of confidence in that season opener, but they certainly don't lack it at the moment. Offensively nor defensively. As we just saw there from Maddox. If they keep playing in this fashion, it's going to make them a real contender come the end of the season when tournament play comes into effect. And it's out for a Cardinals goal kick. Bard. Gibson. Plays it forward to Eddie. Tries to cut inside, but dealt with quite well by Whittington. Maddox. Back to Bard. Roush looks to play it out wide, but it falls to the feet of a Bruin. Louisville come back with possession, and they're trying to play it long. Doesn't quite come off. Ends up with a handball and a free kick for the Bruins. Natek sending it forward. But A.G. Gibson does well to get in front of it. And Natek once again coming forward to take the corner kick. We'll see if the Bruins can get their first shot on target, maybe even an equalizing goal off of the set piece. Floated into the box and headed away by the Cardinals. And ends up at the hands of Baker. Lee moving forward here. Slowing the play down a bit. Almost as if she's saying no need to rush things. Sudam looked as though she wanted to send it through to Swinarsk, but didn't quite like the angle she had. Decided to pass it back. Now it's back at the feet of Swinarsk, a lone goal scorer in this match. Lee looking out wide to Eddie. Gibson. And a shot from Lee, but a very, very simple save for Guinea. Didn't quite have the power she would have wanted on it. And Roush, pressure being applied to her there, but she seems to deal with it well. But the Bruins do have a shot, and another simple save for Baker. Swinarsk. Maddox. Louisville just calmly and methodically passing the ball around, seeing how they can break down this defense. Sent through to Pete. And just a tad bit too much on it. Out for another Bruins goal kick. And a change for both teams. Botia coming onto the pitch for Nora Roush. And it was Towson coming off, being replaced by Ricard. Maddox. Sudam losing the ball in the defensive third, but winning it back yet again. Sends it out wide to Lee, where there's no pressure. Bard. Some beautiful passing from Louisville. Huckabee with it now, but nearly lost it for the Cardinals, and it is out for another Bruins throw-in. These two teams almost having a bit of a hard time keeping the ball in play this match. Louisville mostly from a large amount of shots. But then some of it's just from misplaced passes. Both teams will be looking to sharpen that up as the game goes on. And here comes Maddox looking to have a shot on goal, and what a save that was from Guinea. It will be a corner for the Cardinals. Huckabee stepping up to take it. And it's cleared out by Whittington. Found by Sudam at the top of the box, but just puts it wide. And Lee has a shot, and it's a goal. The Cardinals taking flight 25 minutes into this match. And what a goal that was. She did quite well to turn, and even better to place it. Cardinals making some changes there. Jodoin comes onto the pitch, replacing Huckabee. The Cardinals leading 2-0, looking dangerous, but they will have to be careful considering this is known as the most dangerous lead in this sport. Teams oftentimes get complacent. But if the Cardinals continue playing the way they are, that is not something they will have to worry about. But what the Bruins will have to worry about is if this could get embarrassing. They've been second best up to this point by a rather large margin. But they could be looking to close that gap up here, but it is offsides. Botia, Louisville's German international. Spent about a 2-year-long spell in the Women's Bundesliga. Played with Werder Bremen. Featured in about 3 games. Started in 1, came off the bench in 2. And Swinarsk stepping up for the corner kick. Louisville's set piece specialist. The ball is played into the box. And heads rising, none able to find it. Punched away by Gini as it is kicked out. Out for a Cardinals throw-in. Bard. Jodoin. Who has a shot, but a simple claim for the keeper. Maddox. Kylie Pete moving the ball forward. Finding Jodoin, who's going down the wing, cutting inside, or at least attempting to, and now she does it. Plays the ball across the top of the box to A.G. Gibson, who tries to have a touch towards Swinarsk. Doesn't quite come off the way that she would have wanted. Fina Davey coming on to replace Karina Pete for the Cardinals. Maddox finds Pete at the top of the box, but is intercepted quite well. And the ball is played long. Baker comes out of her box to deal with it. It's recovered by Lee. We won't be seeing another Cardinals throw-in. Not quite yet, at least. Sudam trying to flick it on. for somebody, but here come the Bruins. It is offsides. "15 minutes remaining in this first half, and the difference in attacking quality in these two sides couldn't be understated. Louisville with 11 shots, and the Bruins have only managed to get 1 shot off so far. Not only that, but they've barely had the ball for much time. We're going to see if that changes as they make a rather large substitution here. 3 players coming onto the pitch for them. Louisville going to the bench as well. Jodoin and Maddox coming off. Abby Cox and Trista Morris coming on for the Cardinals. Bard playing it to Lee. Gibson. Kylie Pete doing well to evade her pressure right there. Finding Trista Morris, who sends it out wide for Jodoin. Goes to play it into the box, but is blocked. Coming off of Bumgardner. As Swinarsk steps up for yet another Cardinals corner. And played into the box, heads rising, but it's met by a Bruin. Cox looking to throw it in quickly. It's out for a Cardinals corner. Lee. Cox finding Pete. Does well to roll past her man, but ball was lost somewhere within that move, and Louisville will come out with possession once again. Louisville moving inside here, but it's punched away by Guinea. Pete trying to free up some space to have a shot. Can't quite find it, but here comes Jodoin, who rolls it in for Cox, who tries to have a shot. Doesn't quite come off for them. Jodoin is brought down there, but the official does not see it as a foul. It will be a throw-in. It's absurd how dominant Louisville have been within this first half. I mean, to be honest, I don't even think Louisville's back line has really even seen their own half yet. Or at least not for more than a few seconds on some occasions, but Louisville looking dangerous as ever. Simply exuding confidence. Trista Morris looking to play the ball into the box, just a bit long. Just a bit long for comfort, but ends up at the hands of Guinea. A bit of a miscued play there from the Bruins. Louisville ends up with the ball yet again. Morris coming forward, passing to Jodoin, who cuts inside and has a shot off the woodwork and cleared out by the Bruins. Not enough as it ends up at the feet of Lee, who crosses it into the box again. Jodoin's going to have a shot and another save from Guinea. They're certainly making Guinea have to work hard within this first half. And considering there's been 15 shots from the Cardinals and only 2 goals let in, she hasn't done horribly bad. Just a bit unfortunate. At times her defense had failed her or got stuck in a bit of a uncomfortable position. Swinarsk stepping up. Floats it into the box. Was able to find Bard, but just a bit too many bodies in front of her to get it into the net. The ball is sent long. Louisville once again winning possession. Swinarsk nearly came out with it there, but Downs got the better of her, but now it is at the feet of Jodoin, looking to create here. Rolls the ball into the box. They weren't quite able to make anything of that chance. And this Cardinals team is relentless with pressing. Almost seem to never run out of gas in the tank. As it goes out for yet another Cardinals corner.
Taking quarter number 11, Amelia Swinarsk.
Their 6th corner this match. The ball is played into the box by Swinarsk, meets the head of Lee and just goes wide. 8 minutes remaining in this first half. Ashlyn Huey coming onto the pitch, replacing Swinarsk. Quite the first half she's had. Gina Davey tries to flick it out wide for Huey, but doesn't quite get it to her. Lee, Gibson, Bard. Looks out wide to Jodoin. Louisville just trying their best to break apart this low block set up by the Bruins. The ball is played into the box by Lee. Doesn't find anybody. And it goes out for yet another Cardinals corner. Stepping up to take it is Kylie Pete. Lee meeting the ball once again in the air, but it ends up in the hands of Guinea. Botia. Baker. to Bard. Lee. Tries to play it out wide to Jodoin, but instead meets the head of Bumgardner. Jodoin able to get past her man, plays the ball into the box, headed away, but not for long. Fina Davy nearly got a good enough connection on that to blast it in for a third goal, but didn't quite get the right connection there. Bard does well to get rid of the danger.
Into the match for Belmont. Number 3, Maggie Gary.
Belmont going to the bench once again. Pete. Back to Baker. Goes out for a throw-in in the favor of the Bruins. Now, while the Cardinals have dominated possession by a wide margin in this match and are leading, they're going to be wanting to tighten up that finishing quite a bit. 18 shots and 2 goals is not exactly the best statistic you can see if you're Hunter Norton looking at your team's shooting. I'm sure that's going to be a big point during the halftime team talk. They're going to be seeing if they can conjure something up here. This is flicked on for Huey. Nearly chasing, but it ends up in the hands of Guinea once again. And the crowd is lively here tonight for the Cardinals. And it will be a free kick in the favor of the Bruins. Trista Morris getting a bit too physical there. The ball is just lofted into the box, but doesn't meet anybody. Baker looking to get play started rather quickly. And the pressure pays off for the Bruins, but they don't quite get the shot off that they would have liked to have. Louisville just working the ball around, trying to eat up these last few seconds of this match. The first half at least. Jodoin moving forward here, cutting inside. Looked as though she was trying to find Morris out wide, but wasn't quite able to. Morris getting the ball back into play here. Kylie Pete. Hello Bard now. Sending it back to Baker. Finding A.G. Gibson.
1 minute.
Just 1 minute remaining in this first half. A lot of work to do if you are the Belmont Bruins going into the second half. Not only are you 2 goals down, but you need to figure out something with your passing. They've struggled to connect more than 3 to 4 passes together, which has resulted in them losing the ball quite often and then playing most of the game in their own half. But they are able to play the ball into the box here, and it's just overcooked. Out for a Cardinals goal kick. But as I was saying, this right here and a few other occasions is essentially most of the time that we've spent in the Cardinals half. The Cardinals leading 2-0 going into the break. The Bruins with we are underway in the second half. Botia going to collect the ball for the throw-in. Roush to Bard, out to Maddox. Louisville continuing with their display of passing. And Belmont has yet to come out of that low block shape that they were in for most of the first half. At the start of the game, they were pressing and moving forward a bit, but once they conceded that first goal, which was an absolute rocket from Swinarsk, they seemed to just be content staying back, park the bus a bit, and didn't really want to come out of their box. Apart from a couple moments, but apart from that, Lowell have been mostly dominating in possession. Botia. The Bruins have the ball. But nearly it was won back by the Cardinals, but the Bruins are able to keep it. Played long, but it's recovered by Roush. Tabor taking the throw in. Ball is won by Swinarsk, doing her best to shield it away from Burnson, but Cardinals maintain possession. Speltia is driving the ball into space. Plays it out wide to Maddox. She's taking her time and selecting the next pass. Kylie Pete plays it long, looking for Maddox, doesn't quite find her. Cardinals with the throw in. Go long with the throw in, finds the head of Pete. And it's cleared out by the Bruins. Botia getting us started again. Bard with a slightly heavy touch there. It's nearly scooped up by Colts. Bard looking to see what she can, Boltia is looking to see what she could create, but the ball is lost by the Cardinals and quickly recovered. Boltia. Huckabee. And the Bruins have the ball once again. Downs was looking to pass it forward, didn't quite find anybody. Bard. The ball is out for a Cardinals throw-in. And the Cardinals fans are quite animated tonight. And it's understandable considering how the Cardinals have been playing. And it could be a chancer for Boltia, but deflected off of Tabor. Out for a Cardinals corner, in which Huckabee will step up to it.
It'll be taken by number 2, Betsy Huckabee.
The ball is played into the box. A bit of a low cross into the box. Nearly was able to find a teammate, but didn't happen. Sudam finds Boltia. Kylie Peets able to win possession for the Cardinals. Roush playing it out wide to Swinarski. And nearly another chance there for the Cardinals. Guinea had to intervene from Swinarski's cross. Eddie. Intercepted by Vertel. Winds up at the feet of Baker. And here come the Bruins looking to move forward. Ball's being chased down by Metters, but wasn't able to get to it. It's now back with the Cardinals. Maddox. And played out wide to Boltia, who has very little pressure. And just sends the pass a bit too far ahead of Swinarski. Guinea deciding to send the ball along. And here comes Whittington, dancing through the Louisville defense, but it's recovered quite quickly and well by Huckabee and Pete. Roush. Louisville just enjoying some calm on the ball. No need to force things when you're leading. Maddox. Sending it forward to Eddie, who's cutting inside, trying to find Sudam. Nearly does, but Guinea gets to it first. here come the Bruins. Ball was played out wide, looking for Tabor. Couldn't quite find her. Ball once again back with the Cardinals. Bard carrying it forward. Maddox. And very nearly once again for the Cardinals. They seem to be creating chance after chance, but they just can't find that last pass. It's almost a direct pattern every time. They'll get quite close to goal, and then once that last pass comes into play, the Bruins seem to clear it out every time, and it's almost like a reset play. And it will be a throw-in for the Bruins as they go to the bench. And still not able to find anybody. Goes out for a Cardinals goal kick. Roush. Bard. A quick turn and pass from Huckabee over to Maddox. Louisville not having to force anything here. Just content with keeping the ball. Sudam with a nice turn. Almost got tripped up, but advantage is played. As the ball is crossed into the box. And so close for Karina Pete. Almost made it 3 for Louisville.
Into the bench for Belmont, number 16, Reagan Ross.
Ross comes onto the field for the Bruins, replacing Burnson. Louisville sending it forward to Eddie, but isn't able to get there fast enough. Out for a Bruins throw-in. Louisville have possession once again. Roush. Both teams' passing is starting to seem to get a bit sloppy as we get further and further into the second half. A bit more misplaced passes we're starting to see. And yet again, another example, just a bit overcooked from Bard. And also a bit less energy from both sides. So we get set for a goal kick. And Karina Pete just tries to flick it on for Sudam, and what she is successful in doing, and Sudam has a shot but was leaning back and it was always rising. Not the correct technique there. The Bruins go to the bench.
Into the match for Belmont.
Reichard coming on, as well as Johnson and Patterson.
Number 22, Kaya Ricard.
Boltia intercepts the ball quite nicely with a nice touch. Bard carrying the ball forward, trying to find some options. Now it is back with Bard, who likes to go long with the ball, but it's dealt with by the Bruins. Boltia crosses the ball into the box, punched away by Guinea. The ball is sent long, meets the head of Boltia, and finds the feet of Swinarsk. Decides to pass the ball back to Roush. Again, Louisville not wanting to force anything, as they have no reason to. Sudan. Swinarsk. To Boltia. Tries to find Pete, in which he does on the second go around. A nice turn from Pete, but the pass not as nice. Ball is won by Roush. Ends up at the feet of Maddox. 15 minutes gone in the second half, just 30 remaining. If the Bruins want any chance at a comeback, they're going to have to come out of their own half. Eddie tried to cut inside, but it seems the ball may have gotten a bit away from her. As the ball is played into the box, but met by the hands of Guinea. Boltia. Swinarsk. Sending it back to Roush. The ball is sent out wide to Boltia. Finds Swinarsk. Fakes the pass. Goes for the give and go, but Pete decides to turn and lay it off to Bard. The ball is played into the box, looking for Sudan, doesn't find her. But the ball is recovered by Roush, but it will be a foul. Quite a beautiful sunset we're playing under here in Louisville tonight. This ball is played long by the Bruins. Churchill recovering the ball quite well. Swinarsk goes to find Boltia, but the ball is just a bit behind. It's been a common theme throughout this game, the passing. At times from both sides, but mostly hasn't been quite up to par. And it's something I'm sure both teams will be looking to fix during training sessions throughout the coming days. Karina Pete. Brought down, and it will be a free kick for the Cardinals. Swinarsk and Huckabee standing over the set piece. Creates a bit of confusion for the opposing side when you have both a right-footed and a left-footed player, but it will be Swinarski taking it, providing some service. Can't quite find the head of any of her teammates as it's cleared out, but met by Roush. Boltia. Swinarski. Trying to get out of pressure. Shake the defender. Decides to pass back to Boltia. Pete to Huckabee. Switches the ball out wide towards Maddox. Zeddy plays the ball into the box, but goes out for the Cardinals' corner. The Amelia Swinarsk stepping up for the set piece once again. The Cardinals' 9th corner in this match so far. It ends up with Huckabee at the top of the box. Goes to play it in, but it is a free kick after a woeful challenge from Patterson. The official demanding to have a conversation with her. Quite late to the challenge she was. And will be Swinarski standing up over the set piece, setting the ball. Never know, but it makes you think that she'll be the one to take it. There are a few other Cardinals keeping her company. Huckabee and Sudam. Bit of dialogue between the two teammates. And Swinarski's hit. And what a save from Guinea.
That's another Cardinals corner kick.
Guinea did quite well to react to it. And who knows, that could maybe provide some inspiration to the rest of her teammates.
Into the matchup for the Cardinals.
Maybe could be the start of a comeback.
Number 17 from Louisville and number 24 Gibson.
As the Cardinals go to the bench.
Taking the corner, number 11, Amelia Swinarsk.
Swinarski once again stepping up for the corner. The ball is played into the box. Gibson tries to head it to the feet of Lee. Doesn't find her. And not quite the pass that Roush would have been hoping to make, but yet another Bruins throw-in. Jodoin combining with Pete. And it is a free kick for the Bruins. Maddox. Huckabee. Passing it out to Roush. Lee. Swinarsk tried to lay it off for Lee, but Lee is able to get to it. He goes out for a Cardinals throw-in. Just 20 minutes remaining in this half. Louisville still maintaining their 2-0 lead. And the Bruins still continuing to park the bus, as the kids like to call it. Lee. Gibson looking for Pete, but doesn't find her. It's cleared away. Roush. Botia plays it out wide to Maddox. Searching for Huckabee. Doesn't quite find her.
Into the match for Belmont. Number 6, Wagner Towson. Number 21, Corey Baumgartner. In for Louisville, number 8, Abby Cox. Number 68,
Both teams going to the bench.
and number 20, Vina Davey.
Louisville get us back into play here. Roush. Swinarsk. Lee. Gibson doing well to turn out of the pressure. Louisville carrying the ball towards the middle of the box. Lee to Gibson. Gibson to Roush. Sent out wide. Seeing what they can conjure up here. And nothing doing. Goal kick for the Bruins. Headed away by Gibson. Jodoin doing her best to win possession back, but it ends up at the feet of Baker. Botia to Roche. Swinarsk. Twisting and turning. Surging forward here, playing the ball into the box. And just skims past all of the Cardinals rushing into the box there. And it will be another goal kick. Taken by Gainey. Just above 15 minutes remaining in this match. If Louisville will maintain their lead, this will certainly be a pleasing way to close up their streak of home matches. After already having beaten IU Indy last week. Now if they continue in this fashion, they will beat Bruins. We'll be facing Dayton next at Dayton. Louisville just enjoying some simple passing as the train comes on by. Gibson looking to create here for Louisville. And it's a simple finish for Gibson. Created by Swinarsk, finished by Gibson. As she runs over to her teammates. Quite the simplest of finishes for A.G. Gibson right there. Louisville lead 3-0. Louisville now with an even firmer grip on this match. Say, you never know sometimes, but in this case you think you might. May have just put the final nail in the coffin for the Bruins. As Lee is coming forward here once again. Looking towards Swinarsk. Back to Gibson, finding Lee. Quite nice passing from the Cardinals. And then just a misplaced pass from Gibson. Swinarsk applied pressure. Wasn't quite able to make it count. Bruins with the ball. Headed out by Lee. Gibson. Won by Whittington, who's now chasing the ball down, bringing it down the flanks for the Bruins. And it goes out for a Bruins throw-in. We'll be looking to see what they can do here with this opportunity. Lands at the feet of Botia. Headed into the box. Then winds up right back with the Cardinals. A bit of a commentator's curse coming into play there. It's almost as if both these teams can't decide on who wants to hold possession. Finally settling with the Bruins. Morris getting the ball back into play. Rush. Bard. Played into the box by Jodoin, and she finds the net. My, oh my. It almost seemed that many of the people in the box thought it was a cross, including Guinea, who watched it as it rolled into the net. Louisville up 4-0. Ashlyn Huey and Kylie Pete coming on to replace Amelia Swinarsk, as well as Betsy Huckabee. The Bruins will be going to the bench as well. Saber coming off. Bruins will be getting us started here once again. But we are under review currently. Be checking that last goal.
In for Belmont, number 8, Eva Medors, and number 13, Meredith Colts.
We are all waiting for the verdict from the official. We're still waiting. The official is explaining the situation to both of the coaches. And after review, it is a goal. It stands. Cardinals lead 4-0. We're back underway here. The Bruins get it started again. It goes out for a Louisville throw-in. Will be sent back into play by Tristan Morris. Botia. Baker. Plays it out to Lee. Louisville just moving the ball around. Finding the simple pass. Kelly P trying to turn away from the pressure, but sends the ball right into it, and now it is the Bruins who are applying pressure to the Cardinals. Not something we've seen a whole lot this game, but it's happening now. The ball is won back by the Bruins and cleared out for a Cardinals throw-in.
Into the match for the Cardinals, and number 23, Kate Cantu.
Kate Cantu coming into the pitch, replacing Baker. Just over 10 minutes remaining in this match. Avery George coming on as well, replacing Botia. Louisville have seemed to corrected some of their finishing issues that they had going into the half. Still not the prettiest ratio when you look at 4 goals compared to 24 shots, but I don't think any of the Cardinals will complain too much walking away, having scored 4 goals. And potentially a win if things remain the same. And it goes out for a Bruins throw-in. ball is thrown back into play. It was dealt with quite well by the Cardinals. It is now going to be a corner for the Bruins. Stepping up will be Colts. Plays the ball into the box. It's headed away by the Cardinals, but ends up back at the feet of Colts. Working to conjure up something here, but Huey defends well. And is cleared away. Now, the Bruins are finally doing some of their own attacking, but ends up at the hands of Kate Cantu. It's about 9 minutes remaining here. George. Bruins now with the ball, being chased down by Fina Davey, but it did go out right there, just marginally. It will be a throw-in for the Cardinals, who go to the bench. Bring on Taylor Wilson and McKaylee Ball, replacing Lee and Jodoin. Bruins seeming to try and conjure up something here. The ball is chased down and played into the box by Metters, but nothing doing. Louisville just trying to finish out this match without conceding a goal. Keep that clean sheet. They move the ball around quite nicely. George. Tried to switch the play over to Wilson, but didn't quite work out. Carter throwing the ball in. Fina Davey chasing the ball down. Ends up with Carter again. And finally settles with A.G. Gibson, who clears the ball. Quite the turn of events we've had. Now all the pressure is on the Cardinals. Hunter Norton giving some instructions to his players while he has them close by. Huey sends the ball out for a Bruins throw-in. Yet another Bruins throw-in. Carter looking for options. Nearly finds one, but it ends up at the feet of the Cardinal, who clears it away. The Bruins still pushing forward here. Finally ends up with Cox. Passes to Morris, sending it down to Ball. And just trying to take the sting out of the game. George. Just over 5 minutes remaining in this match. Morris. Wilson. Gibson. Huey. So very nearly. They could have gotten that final pass off. Could have been a 5th for the Cardinals. Ends up back with Gibson. Switching the play out wide to Morris. The ball was attempted to be played in the box, but the Cardinals will have to settle for a corner.
Taking the corner is number 13, Kylie.
Kylie Pete stepping up for the set piece. And it will be an own goal by the looks of it. Quite unfortunate there for the Bruins. Correction, that goal was scored by Taylor Wilson. Just took a bit of a deflection, but Cardinals lead 5-0. The Bruins doing quite well to move the ball around. Louisville doing even better to press. Possibly looking for a 6th. Wilson running onto the ball. And it's sent out for a Bruins throw-in. Yet another throw-in for the Bruins. Burnson sends it off of Huey. Huey carrying the ball forward. Looking for Cox, doesn't quite find her, but she'll have another chance here. Yet again, finds a Bruin. The Bruins are carrying the ball forward here. Playing the ball over for Metters, but Roush does well to shield it as it ends up in the hands of Cantu. Kylie Pete out to Morris. Just under 3 minutes remaining. Well, just moving the ball around as best that they can, trying to drain the seconds out of this match. Roush. Playing the ball long there, but just a bit too long for ball to run onto it. There will be a goal kick for the Bruins. 2 minutes remaining. Morris. Roush. Wilson George. Not looking to force anything. Just trying to kill out this last minute of the match here, in which Louisville have dominated. They've been superior in terms of passing, offensively, defensively. The Bruins just simply seem to lack a bit of confidence, and after the performance Louisville have put up today, you can't blame them, as they could be coming down the pitch here again, but it is out for a Bruins throw-in. Ball just bouncing around in the middle of the pitch as the seconds wind down in the last 30 seconds. The ball finds Wilson. Back to Huckabee. I almost said, I meant to say A.G. Gibson, excuse me. Cantu.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And the Cardinals win it 5-0 here in Louisville. A simple victory for them. They dominated in every aspect of the game. A fitting way